Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good day to you. DM Geezer Jim here, continuing along in our 2024 Dungeon Master's Guide read through audiobook, RTFM, whatever you want to call it. We're continuing along. We are still in Chapter 3, the DM's Toolbox. Quick little reminder, each video will be a minute or two of me running my mouth, followed by reading through the appropriate section word for word, line by line. And at the end of the video, I will offer a little bit of personal commentary, some of the stuff that a new DM can use, occasionally a little bit of my opinion for an for more experienced DM. There will be the occasion once in a while where I have to stop to clarify something that I think is a little confusing, but by and large, you should be able to enjoy the first part of the video as far as in regards to just being an audiobook, and then you can listen to my commentary if you want. Enough about the blah, blah, blahs. Let's get into it. The next section in our toolbox is called Poison. Okay? Chapter 3 is your DM's toolbox. The idea here is an alphabetical listing of all kinds of different things that you can use to make your adventures more challenging, more immersive, more whatevers. You'll end up using everything in this toolbox over the course of your career as a dungeon master. A good place to start, especially for a new DM. So, poison. Given their insidious and deadly nature, poisons are a favorite tool among assassins and evil creatures. Poisons come in the following 4 types. Contact. Contact poison can be smeared on an object and remains potent until it is touched or washed off. A creature that touches contact poison with exposed skin suffers its effects. Ingested. A creature must swallow an entire dose of ingested poison to suffer its effects. The dose can be delivered in food or a liquid. You may decide that a partial dose has a reduced effect, such as allowing advantage on the saving throw or dealing only half as much damage on a failed save. Inhaled. Poisonous powders and gases take effect when inhaled. Blowing the powder or releasing the gas subjects creatures in a 5-foot cube to its effects. The resulting cloud dissipates immediately afterward. Holding one's breath is ineffective against inhaled poisons as they affect nasal membranes, tear ducts, and other parts of the body. And last is injury. Injury poison can be applied as a bonus action to a weapon, a piece of ammunition, or similar object. The poison remains potent until delivered through a wound or washed off. A creature that takes piercing or slashing damage from an object coated with the poison is exposed to its effects. Purchasing poison. In some settings, laws prohibit the possession and use of poison, but an illicit dealer or unscrupulous apothecary might keep a hidden stash. Characters with criminal contacts might be able to acquire poison easily. Other characters might have to make extensive inquiries and pay bribes before they can acquire the poison they seek. Harvesting poisons. A character can attempt to harvest poison from a venomous creature that is dead or has the incapacitated condition. The effort takes 1d6 minutes, after which the character makes a DC 20 intelligence nature check using a poisoner's kit. On a successful check, the character harvests enough poison for a single dose, and no additional poison can be harvested from that creature. On a failed check, the character is unable to extract any poison. If the character fails a check by 5 or more, the character is subject to the creature's poison. Sample poisons. Example poisons are detailed here in alphabetical order. Each poison's description includes a suggested price for a single dose of the poison, its type, including contact, ingested, inhaled, or injury, and a description of the poison's debilitating effects. The first one on the list is Assassin's Blood. A single dose will cost you 150 gold pieces suggested. This is an ingested poison. A creature subjected to Assassin's Blood makes a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 6 average, or 1d12 poison damage, and has the poisoned condition for 24 hours. On a successful save, the creature takes half the damage only. Burnt Author Fumes. A single dose would cost 500 gold pieces, and it's an inhaled poison. A creature subjected to Burnt Author Fumes must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or take 3d6 poison damage, and it must repeat the save at the start of each of its turns. On each successful failed save, the creature takes 3 average 1d6 poison damage. After 3 successful saves, the poison then ends. Carrion crawler mucus. A creature subjected to carrion crawler. This is 200 gold pieces per dose, and it's considered a contact poison. A creature subjected to carrion crawler mucus must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or have the poisoned condition for 1 minute. The creature also has the paralyzed condition while poisoned this way. The creature repeats a save at the end of each of its turn, ending the effect on itself on a success. The next one is Essence of Ether, 300 gold pieces per dose, and it's an inhaled poison. A creature subject to the Essence of Ether must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or have the poison condition for 8 hours. The creature also has the unconscious condition while poisoned this way. The creature wakes up if it takes damage or if another creature takes an action to shake it awake. It's a lot of money just to knock a person out for 8 hours. Loth Sting, 200 gold pieces, injury poison. A creature subjected to Loth Sting must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or have the poison condition for 1 hour. If the creature fails to save by 5 or more, the creature also has the unconscious condition while poisoned in this way. The creature wakes up if it takes damage or if another creature takes an action to shake it awake. Malice, 250 gold pieces. It's an inhaled poison. A creature subjected to Malice must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or have the poison condition for 1 hour. The creature also has the blinded condition while poisoned this way. Midnight Tears, 1,500 gold pieces per dose, and it's an ingested poison. A creature that ingests Midnight Tears suffers no effect until the stroke of midnight. Any effect that ends the poison condition neutralizes this poison. If the poison has not been neutralized before midnight, the creature makes a DC 17 Constitution saving throw, taking 9d6 poison on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The next one is the Oil of Taggart. And we got a few left here. 400 gold pieces per dose. It's a contact poison. A creature subjected to the Oil of Taggart must succeed on a DC 13 Constitution saving throw or have the poison condition for 24 hours. The creature also has the unconscious condition while poisoned in this way. It wakes up if it takes damage. Our next one is Pale Tincture. 250 gold pieces per dose, and it's an ingested poison. A creature subjected to Pale Tincture must succeed on a DC 16 Constitution saving throw or take 1d6 poison damage and then have the poison condition. The poisoned creature repeats the save every 24 hours, taking 1d6 poison on a failed save. The damage the poison deals can't be healed by any means while the creature remains poisoned. After 7 successful saves against the poison, the creature is no longer poisoned. That's kind of vicious. Purple Worm Poison, 2,000 gold pieces per dose. It's an injury poison. A creature subjected to Purple Worm Poison makes a DC 21 Constitution saving throw, taking 10d6 poison damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful save. Serpent Venom, injury poison. A creature subjected to Serpent Venom must succeed on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw, taking 3d6 poison on a failed save or half as much on a successful save. Topor, 600 gold pieces. A creature subjected to the Topor poison must succeed on a DC 15 Constitution saving throw or have the poison condition for 4d6 hours. The creature's speed is halved while the creature is poisoned in this way. Truth Serum, 150 gold pieces per dose. This is an ingested poison. A creature subjected to Truth Serum must succeed on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw or have the poison condition for 1 hour. The poisoned creature can't knowingly communicate a lie. The last one is Wyvern Poison. 1,200 gold pieces per dose. It is an injury poison. A creature subjected to Wyvern Poison makes a DC 14 Constitution saving throw, taking 7d6 poison damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful. That's the ideas behind poisons, okay? There are way more poisons than what are listed here. A lot of creatures, a lot of our monster stat blocks have poison abilities and poison damage, which would also possibly open them up for the rule on harvesting poisons, okay? This is my commentary section. If you're here for the audio book part and nothing else, you can feel free to push that stop button now. Thank you so much for your time, and join us for the next video. I've got a few minutes of commentary for this section, though. Okay? The first thing to keep in mind is the purchasing poisons. This is self-explanatory. If you're in a seedy, dark, evil setting, then poisons might be a little bit more readily available. If you're in a holy, lawful, good city, using poisons or buying poisons can lead to issues with law enforcement and society. This is a setting question, not necessarily a mechanics question. Harvesting poison can be fun, okay? The DC 20 intelligence nature check using a poisoner's kit can be cool. If you want to allow for this, then allow for this. But definitely keep things in mind. How long is the poison going to be stable? Stuff like that. That's not given in the book. To keep things simple, if your players creatively want to pull the poison out of a wyvern stinger, let them use you have a set of rules to use this for, okay? The sample poisons, these are all good ideas. The cost associations with each of them is variable. If you need them to cost more, let them cost more. If you need them to cost less, let them cost less. The ideas behind each of these are commonly known poisons, but also examples for you to homebrew and make up your own from there. You can combine some of these efforts if you want. Just pay attention to the Constitution savings throws. These are the things that are going to decide how deadly each of these poisons are. The damage certainly has something to do with it. How much damage do you take when you fail? But the ease of the save is going to be as important as anything. If you have something that's really wickedly, you put 15 d6 damage into this poison, don't set the save up there at DC 30. If you're trying to kill him, just kill him. Don't put the DC on a poison so high that no one can get it, and put so much damage on there that no matter what, they're going to die. Be very cautious when using those kind of things. If you're adjusting some of the numbers that are given in these sample poisons. Read through the list, see how you feel about them. Think about them. This is a good example list. The prices are what they are. Always remember, if you are going to allow players to harvest in a universe that they can buy, then by proxy they should also be able to sell. Okay? So that's a little bit of a slippery slope to pay attention to. If you're letting your players buy these poisons and you're letting your players harvest these poisons, then you should potentially let your players sell these poisons with everything that goes with that in your setting. Okay? Poisons matter a ton to your rogues, a ton to your assassins. You will have some questions about poisons because so many video games allow you to apply poisons to your weapons, all that kind of thing. Adjudicate that in the way that you see best, that adds fun to the game without breaking the immersion and putting too much work on yourself. But that's where we're going to go ahead and stop this video. Poisons are part of the game. The poison condition happens a lot. A lot of creatures have poisons as part of their attacks and their abilities. They will eventually make their way into your player's hands or onto your player's blades. This section helps you handle all of that. Thank you so much for hanging out. Likes, follows, subscribes, all that kind of stuff is appreciated. Jump on over on Twitch if you want to join us for live chats. We're there 5 days a week, just running our mouths about D&D in real time as well. So if you have any live questions, either you can leave a comment here and I'll get around to answering it when you leave a question, I'll answer it, or join us over there for live. But thank you so much for your time. We'll be back for more of this series soon. We're so close to being done with Chapter 3. Woo! Man, this is a long-ass chapter. Chapter 4 is even worse. We'll see you soon.